Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Charlotte. Let's get into this one. So if you didn't read the title, this video is about the things I wanted to buy but decided against them. And I think as we've all been in quarantine, it has been very easy for people to just continue consuming products. You know, we've all had different ways to cope with these weird mix of emotions we've all been feeling. And the ways we've been coping have not been sustainably, like eating animal products or buying products that we really don't need. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that popped into my head, like, oh, I want that. And then I decided against them after waiting just a little bit of time. And that comes to one of my rules that I always do before purchasing something, which is waiting. And one way you can wait is by researching, and while you're researching, you realize you don't really want the thing, and then you don't even need it. So here are my top things that I actually didn't need, but I thought I needed, and I wanted. Let's go. Okay, number one is a unicycle. I know this sounds totally random, but we all definitely experienced at least a little bit of boredom in quarantine. During the past summer months, I spent as much time as I could learning new things. Can you hear the dishwasher? Probably not, but the dishwasher, I hate that we have a dishwasher. I don't want a dishwasher, guys. Anyways, back to the video. So I eventually came up with this idea, like, let's learn how to ride a unicycle. When I look back at it though, not only would the unicycle right now, when there is snow on the ground, like 2 months later, would that be sitting in my garage or a shed with like all the other bikes no one uses, but I also would have encountered a lot of unnecessary frustration. Whether or not I succeeded at learning to ride the unicycle, I can tell that it wouldn't have been a long-lasting interest, especially because by now I'm not really very interested in the unicycle. As an essentialist, this is not a focus that I can devote that much time to. So instead, I decided I would learn how to ride my skateboard because that is something I already had and it wasn't getting put to use. But don't worry, riding a unicycle is definitely still on my bucket list over my lifetime. So if anyone does have one that I can rent for like an hour, hit me up. My Instagram is below, as well as all my other social media. Go check it out. Okay, number two is a new phone. I get that it can be totally like impossible to resist a new phone, especially because they come out and all of a sudden there's this update for your phone you currently have, and then it starts glitching. Totally not suspicious at all. Just kidding, that is totally a lie. It is very suspicious. But there's new generations of phones that just become so hard to resist. You know, that new camera or just the fresh screen or whatever you want. So hard. And what made it even harder was that my whole family during this quarantine has gotten a new phone, and I insisted I don't need one because my phone is working really well, and in fact I'm filming on it right now and I will edit this video on it in an hour. So I'm doing just fine. Tell me if this video quality sucks and maybe I'll get a new phone. Really, before I get a new phone, I'll get a new camera. I'll get a real camera. I don't think that's my issue. But what really convinced me that I don't need a new phone is that I met someone during this quarantine that had an iPhone 5S, and I was blown away because I still have my iPhone 5S, but I don't use it. I would get way too frustrated. So for me to say no, I can't keep my iPhone 8, it's just a lie. Like yeah, I can deal with an iPhone 8. So now I really kind of just want to have a old phone to impress people, because honestly, I was very impressed and I want to do the same to others and show you don't need a new phone every time they come out. And speaking of cameras, that was another thing that I insisted that I did not need after thinking about it for a while. I started this YouTube channel with just the phone I have right now, and it's literally the one thing I use to film, to edit, to make my thumbnails, which I know I don't make them very consistently, but you know, everything, my Instagram pictures, everything is on my phone. I do really, really, really want this to become a successful YouTube channel and have a consistent amount of viewers and strong amount of followers. subscribers before I really do invest. I might have to make that decision a little before I can be certain. But we all get, a lot of YouTubers I think get this, but yeah, that I will get a lot more followers if I have good quality. And we actually do have a camera, so I'll probably start using that. My brother has to use it for a class in school right now, but when he's done with that class I will probably start using it because we already own it and he's not very the next thing and oh my god, am I so grateful. Using the next thing Instapot, that would have been a nightmare. Oh my gosh. Buying an Instapot, that would have been a nightmare. Oh my mom and I. So at the beginning of this year, wow, that was a long time ago, and I learned how to make yogurt at an attempt to reduce the amount of plastic we were using. So we stopped buying yogurt. I don't know where this idea that it would be more sustainable came from, because we still did buy milk, and that came in something that wasn't even recyclable, whereas the plastic tubs, you never know what's gonna happen. So that was before either of us went. Exactly why I'm bringing this up. So everywhere forum, I am very grateful I didn't. And once we looked but we could not seem to find a Instapot that, and that's one of those things where it needs, it's really good, cheap enough that they make things expensive. Good, and now we don't even bother with yogurt because I would not. There is no point. We don't need it. It's not a food we eat. Next, we don't need it. It's not a food we eat. It was really on my thinking about list for I think at least 2 years, and eventually I just kind of forgot about it and I realized not only do I appreciate keep something on an acoustic guitar a lot more than an electric, but it also can be played. No matter what. We had a power outage not too long ago. It was so nice that it was just there. Also one of the things that's really helped me build the habit of playing a guitar is that it's just easy to pick up and start playing. As long as it's in tune, you can just start playing, right? And with an electric guitar, there's a lot more setup that you don't think about until you actually own it. You have to plug it in, you have to plug in the amps, you have to have a mic, and then you have to have a mic for your voice so that you can hear your voices. There's a lot more to it. I'm now ever grateful that I did not buy an electric guitar. So save the planet, go acoustic. The next one is a Roomba, okay? I'm sorry, this might sound stupid. It probably is a waste of money, but who knows, maybe it's not. And I'm honestly gonna tell you, it's not off my to-buy list. It's just on my thinking about list, and it might stay there for another 10 years, and I'm gonna be okay with that because I don't own this house. This is my parents' house, obviously. I just realized, like, I don't need a Roomba. I don't clean the house, so it's not my responsibility. And because I have a completely functional vacuum, I'm not gonna waste the money, energy, or resources that would go into this Roomba. Like I said, this is not to say I'm not ever going to get a vacuum that does all the hard work for you, but for right now, I just concluded that I don't need it. But one day, if I do own a house, I might buy one secondhand. Just gonna put it out there. And if anyone has one they want to get rid of, it would be kind of cool to see one. The last item that I resisted buying, it wasn't even really a resist, I just wanted to throw it on this list, was a backpack. So the school year started like 2 months, not even 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. But I was kind of done with my purple backpack that I've had since 2nd grade, especially because this year I started high school. I wanted to look cool, you know what I mean? And I think we buy so many things just to look cool or to fit in or whatever, and I realized I don't need it. I don't need a backpack just to look cool. So instead I did make a compromise, and I started using my dad's old backpack that is like a nice navy blue, and I felt really comfortable with it. And the other backpack I did not just throw away. Instead, I use it to store old papers in my closet that I still find important or that I have an emotional attachment to, because you know, I get attached to A's and good grades. And it's so nice to not use resources and to use something that wasn't getting a use. That's what it really comes down to. Like I said before, I have to admit, most of these products I didn't buy just for the financial reasons, because I'm like 15 and have no money. However, after putting thought into every purchase or non-purchase, I never regret not buying something, because I know there's always a positive impact. And if you want to make a positive impact on me, you can go like the video and subscribe and share it and comment below, you know? And until next time, peace.